For this video lesson, you're going to learn how to make a tessellation like what you see on screen. So go ahead and open up Inkscape, and we're going to start New, and go to File, Document Properties. We're going to select the US letter size, click OK. Also make sure you're in the View Default mode, and then click on this button right here. So in order to make this tessellation, well, it's quite a process. There's shapes that we have to create and break up in order to get the shapes that we want. On the left side of your screen, you're going to see a button that says stars, and what else does it say? It says create stars and polygons. So we want to select the polygon, and I believe it's going to be, let me draw something here real quick. And then right here where it says corners, we want it to be 6. Alright, so I'm just going to delete that because the way I want to start off with 6. I want to click and drag, but I want to hold down on the keyboard with your left hand while you're dragging. Hold down the control button. The control button can be found on the left bottom hand corner of the keyboard. Okay, so you want it, the reason for that is because you want these edges to be flat. So this side, you want them to be parallel with your canvas. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we'll click our select tool. We'll click on the shape. We'll click on it twice so that we can get these turny corner handles. And again, we're going to hold down Control, and we're going to spin it until this is pointing straight down. So the corner of the shape is pointing straight down. Alright, our next step is to duplicate. We're going to duplicate the shape. I'm going to change this color, and it should snap to its edges, like the little corner points. If it's not snapping into place, that means that on the right hand side where it says enable snapping, that is off. So that should be on. And what we want to do is we want to snap it in this fashion. So take that duplicated part and snap it right there. Okay. And then duplicate again. I'm going to change the color one more time and snap it there. Duplicate again. Change your color, snap it there. Then we're going to click on this button right here to lower the selections to the bottom. Cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to, so you should have basically what you see on screen here. So you have a middle polygon. We're going to select that, and we're going to duplicate it one time. I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm holding the Shift key down. So I'm selecting both by holding the Shift key down. I'm going to go to Path, and I believe it is Difference. Nope, that's not the one I want. Let's try again. I just clicked Undo. And which one is it going to be? Intersection. There it is. That's what we want. We want the intersection. Okay. Go ahead and duplicate this shape again and snap it into place. Select the middle one and the right hand one. Path, intersection. And then one more time with that last one. So you're going to hold Shift, select both of these shapes. Path, intersection. And essentially what you've created here is a cube. We're going to take parts of the cube in order to cut them out so we can create this tessellation that you see here. We're going to take this shape right here. I'm going to change its color again. That's the shape I'm talking about. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to snap its corners just like you see here. Okay. I'm going to change the color one more time. I'm only changing colors so that you know which ones I'm talking about. And I'm going to, let's see, if I move, I want this to be, yeah, I want to snap it like this. Okay, I'm going to move these guys out of the way. Really don't need them at this point. But now with this one and this one snapped together, hold down Shift, select both of them, and then come up to this button right here. This is your alignment. Okay, and on the right side you'll see some windows pop open. It should say align relative to, we want this to be relative to selection area, and then we want to center on the vertical axis, just like that. And now what we're going to do is go to Path, Difference. So click on Difference. So this is the shape that makes up all of the tessellations that you see shown there. Let me do a little side-by-side comparison. Uh-oh, whoopsies. Let's go back to that. Oh, okay. So what we're going to do is take this shape and make it look like this. So with that shape selected, click on this button right here. We're going to flip that. And then you're going to right-click Duplicate. You're going to change its color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll through the colors, and I'm going to go to the color, the blue, like this nice blues right here. Now with this one selected, click it again so you get your rotating handles, and you're going to hold down Control again, and you're going to rotate until it looks like that, and then snap that into place. You're going to duplicate this one again, move it over, and click this flip. So we're going to flip it. And I'm going to change that color. And there is your tessellation piece that will make up the rest. I'm going to click and drag across all three. I'm going to press Control G on the keyboard, or you can right click and then group. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold down Control Shift. Control Shift keeps the proportion. I'm just going to make it a little smaller. And I'm going to press Control D to duplicate. And I'm just going to duplicate it and snap them into their corners. And this is what you should end up with. Something very similar. I'm going to press Control A to select all. And I'm holding, again, Control and Shift. If you hold those both down while you're resizing, that's going to keep the proportions of whatever you create. So I'm going to make a full pattern. I'm going to group this. I'm going to click on Group, right-click Group. I'm going to duplicate and just keep duplicating and snapping that into place wherever it fits. Make it look like a cool pattern. Alright, now go ahead and click Save and save that as Tessellation 1, and you'll submit that on the Google Classroom just as the SVG file, or if you want to save it as PDF, that's also fine.